So let's put the weapon on this guy. See, all those yellow number procs, that's what I'm talking about. With the nerfing of Laser Beam Holy Paladin, we've had to set our sights on Lightsmith Paladin. This is the hero talent tree that you guys voted to see next, so I'm going to showcase that in this video. And guys, it is sweet and very powerful. So how it works is you gain a new button, Holy Armaments, where you either draw a shield from light or draw a weapon from light. You're going to bestow not just on yourself, but on one of your allies. How it works is the shield will give yourself and that ally a rolling shield based on your max HP. So think like the Fyrax trinket to make yourself safer and survive mechanics, or like the Ward of Faceless Ire or Ceaseless Ire trinket in Dragonflight, very strong and very viable in in-game content. The weapon, however, will make yourself, your healing spells do a little bit more healing or have a chance to proc bonus healing. But more importantly, in my opinion, make your allies and yourself, your damaging spells have a chance to proc bonus damage. And this damage really adds up, as you'll see. But this hero talent tree also comes packed with more utility options. It's going to make your consecration do more damage. You're going to shave time off of your lay on hands cooldown, and you're just going to get more weapons whenever you pop your big cooldown. And on top of that, since you're going to be mitigating damage from your aura, anyone that's wielding one of your weapons will mitigate even more damage. So it's just, it leans heavily into the Paladin class fantasy, while also leaning very heavily on the Swiss Army knife playstyle. So we're going to combine the shield with things like Blessing of Sacrifice to make our allies unkillable. And then we're also going to combine our weapon with our bonus consecration damage to see how much damage we can crank out. Let's jump into a dungeon. All right, I sat in queue for probably an hour. I'm not even kidding. But first things first, let's apply our beacons to 2 DPS. And this way, when we shield the 3rd DPS, we're going to be shielding ourselves as well, and the tank's the tank. So that way we can keep everyone protected. Also, let's enchant our weapon with the hero talent. Let's go to town. Hopefully these mages don't wreck things too quickly, because I would like to see this actually perform well. Let's actually bestow a weapon. Alright, and at the end of the dungeon, I'm excited to see the weapon damage. But here, let's do a big pool. I love to see that. Let's give one of the mages the weapon. Let's give it to the Frost Mage. Oh, I accidentally just pressed that button. But so far, I mean, you can see all these extra procs. Like, look at that, those yellow numbers added onto our consecration and added onto the damage from the weapon. So, let's go ahead and press. I guess we could, like, pop a cooldown here, even though things are dying. But just to keep everyone safe. But look at all those bonus procs of healing from our weapon. We didn't get one there, but just watch the green numbers as we kill these packs. Okay, what do we have open? We have our shield open, so we're going to shield the 3rd DPS Rekno at the bottom of the screen. So let's just go ahead and shield him because it rolls as we kill things. So it starts out as a 15% of our health shield, but then it'll gain 2% of our health as a shield as it goes on, as time goes on. So it just gets stronger. It caps at 30% of our health, but that is a massive shield. 30% of our health is crazy. Like, that's like, that would be an entire trinket, you know? Like, it's actually insane. We're slowed. All right, let's, on this next big pool in this next room, we're going to pop our wings, because our wings give us a free weapon, because that's one of the hero talent. All right, so far, so good. I mean, you see this healing. Let's look at our healing. Word of Glory is topping the charts, but I want to see our weapon. Our Holy Bulwark is giving 800,000 worth of shielding, which is kind of crazy. All right, let's pop wings on this pool. And we also have both of our weapons ready, basically, so we're going to give, let's give Rekno the weapon. Let's pop wings. Let's just shield Rekno as well. I want to see all these extra damage procs. I mean, look at all those ticks. That's our consecration mixed with the weapon that keeps ticking away. I mean, you see like a million tiny little procs. Our damage is actually pretty good. It looks like I I buffed the wrong mage. If you look at the damage done overall, yeah, oops. Okay, so now we know to buff the Frost Mage and not Rekno. No offense, Rekno, but you did get wrecked on the damage. And maybe we'll see more procs if we buff. We should buff with the weapon Arnadagork. I hope I'm saying that right. But kind of crazy damage from this weapon, even when put on the weakest DPS player. But outside of this, outside of when you have your weapons up, like right now I'm sitting on my weapon charge for a bigger pool. It just plays like normal Holy Paladin, just with a little bit more utility. Like I said, our aura, which we actually have put, I've had some comments from my my Halls of Infusion key as a Paladin. I didn't have an aura the entire time, so Aura Mastery did actual nothing. Yeah, we just went without an aura for no reason. Okay, so let's get ready to weapon Arnadagork, and then we're going to shield Rekno, because I think that's the most optimal setup here. Oh, we have to Okay. So, once Arnadagork hops down, I guess we can go ahead and shield this guy, and then we can weapon that guy and shield the guy. I don't know why our weapon... I must have messed up the macro. As you know, like, the macros are how I'm having to do everything on the PTR, so I must have messed up the macro, so I can't pick who gets the shield, unfortunately. But still, it's not bad putting it on the tank. But I'm still rocking with, what's it called? Avenging Crusader. Dude, it is so much fun. It reminds me of back when, I don't know, it just reminds me of Ancient Teachings and how it, like, cranks. And whenever you get these free procs, you can just sit there and do damage, and it does all the healing. But so far, I mean, do I miss laser beams? Yes. But, to be fair, laser beams would not be as strong as it was before. It did see a pretty big nerf. But when you get a good proc of the weapons, like when you put the weapons on someone who's good and can use them. So let's put the weapon on this guy. See, all those yellow number procs, that's what I'm talking about. When you put it on the right person, it goes insane. It goes crazy. Look at our damage. Almost all of our damage was from someone else's damage. It's crazy. Okay, so now we know who to buff. We should be buffing the Arcane Mage, because I think it procs based on their haste. So the more haste that the person that you put it on has, the more procs you're going to see. So let's go ahead and shield someone. Okay, so yeah, it does just go onto the tank for some reason. Maybe that's how it's coded. I could be wrong, but I think it's just because we have a bad macro that's not working. Alright, our Arnadagork is like way out here. I don't know why he's playing so far out. Let's enter wings. Go crazy with the healing. Okay, we saved our weapons. We really didn't need our weapons or our shield for that boss. But now we get to put a weapon on. Who did we put it on last time? The Arcane Mage. Valusil. They're definitely going to get this weapon. They're going to go crazy. Look at this big AoE pack. Let's go and put it on them because it lasts for 20 seconds. Let's see what kind of damage they can do. Let's put our Consecration down. Consecration, it doesn't do a lot of damage up front, but one of the hero talents that we have buffs our Consecration. The longer, or the more holy power spending spells that we use, the greater the damage our next Consecration will do. So you can really pack a punch there. Here we have our shield available, so we're going to go ahead and buff the tank just to cycle back to the weapon, because it alternates shield and weapon each time we use it. But honestly, it feels like this is what I want from Holy Paladin. It feels like you always have a meaningful button to press, and I love that because I love the Swiss Army knife aspect of Holy Paladin, where, you know, it always feels like you could be playing something more optimally, and I love how the shield is going to play will add on to that. Right now, we're just doing the heroic dungeon because that's all that's available in the PTR, but like I'm sure you can imagine based off of how strong like Ward of Ceaseless Ire is in normal retail WoW, and how strong Fyrax is, those shielding trinkets, you can imagine how powerful that shield is going to be in higher end keys. And pairing it with Blessing of Sacrifice is just going to be insane. So let's go ahead and weapon up Value Seal. Let's see all these procs. Give us some procs. There's a 60k proc. Another one, another one, another one. I mean, it just goes crazy. Our damage, like we're basically like a pseudo damage dealer because of how many times this thing procs. And like I said, it lasts for 20 seconds, so we are so safe. Boom. All right, last boss, the Darkness. I kind of hate this boss. It slows down the video a lot, but maybe it'll give us more chances to proc our weapons. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but whenever we pop wings, we automatically get a weapon. So I do want to see if that works with Solidarity. So whenever we give ourselves a weapon, it just it like gives it to another ally. So I want to see if popping wings also gives the weapon to an ally. I would think it would, but that would be really cool. Let's see. Let's just pop wings here on this pool. Let's see if another ally gets the weapon. I think so. I think it gave it to Value Seal. Let's stop damaging and see if it procs any damage. Yeah, okay, so we're getting procs of it, so it does give it to another ally. I think this dungeon is going to be very boring in like MDI. Let me know what you guys think, but I could imagine there's some like crazy stuff you can do where like someone's going to run out and pull everything to the light. But I just feel like this thing, this little candle, it moves very slowly. So we're probably going to have to see some like crazy skips of it. But yeah, I can imagine this dungeon in particular is going to get some changes just because of how boring this phase can be. Alright, so I'm going to skip ahead to this part to kind of reduce the length of this video. I hope that you guys appreciate that. I'm skipping out some of the boring stuff and coming up to the final boss with all of our cooldowns available. So hopefully that's easier for you guys to watch. Let me know if you want me to keep doing that. Like I've been trying to skip all the slower parts and dungeons just to keep the video more entertaining, but also more educational. I feel like there's not much that I as the content creator can say about parts where I'm kind of just going through the motions. But if you want me to keep those points in, oh, that's okay. Is that how that works? That felt wrong, but okay, I guess I'll skip ahead to when I finally make it back to the to the bottom. Oh, never mind. Okay, we're right here. So like I said, I have everything up. I don't know if I need to re-beacon people. I guess I don't. But let's go ahead and weapon and shield this person. Look at those machine guns. I think that's arcane missiles. I don't know if it's proccing per missile that's hitting everything, but oh my god, our damage is insane. We just did 40 million just by buffing our ally. That is so stupid. So as you can see, dude, this hero talent tree is crazy. Like, actually kind of crazy. And the good thing about it, too, is it's such a low cooldown. Like, it's a 1 minute recharge per shield and weapon. But what's crazy about it is you can take the hero talent that either gives you random procs of it, or take the hero talent that just reduces it down to a 48-second cooldown or recharge rate. So let's go ahead and pop wings while the boss is alive and healthy. And just go crazy. We're going to pop Consecration, get that 1 proc of damage. Making sure to stay in the light. Oh, our light went out. Uh-oh. Wonder if we can just stand under this light. Alright, we have our shield up and our weapon up. We're going to put it on the Arcane Mage and let him just go to town. Give us procs. The single target procs are a lot lesser. Oh no. But they're not bad. Like, they're really not horrible. But as you can see in those AoE packs, you just get this thing to proc a million times. It's crazy. Go ahead, Tears Deliverance. Uh-oh, I have it. Where are we going? How do I put it down? Oh my goodness, I'm such a noob. I'm definitely gonna have to study up on the mechanics of this boss. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue what's going on. Let's pop wings. Let's give another weapon. Let's go to town. Let's finish this thing. Pop a defensive, move out from everyone. It's consecration. We don't have a weapon ready. Kick that. And I feel like this boss, I have no idea when it's gonna die. Because I know it doesn't die at 100% health. I think it just like randomly dies. I'm sure there's something behind it, but it feels pretty random. While we're out in the darkness, we're going to hold our buttons. Okay, we do have a weapon. Let's go ahead and apply it to this guy. Okay, very nice. I'm so excited to see our damage breakdown, just to see how insane this weapon is. I know it's going to be stupid. It's going to be like most of our damage, like over 50%. Yeah, it's just barely over 50% of our damage. Insane, absolutely insane how much damage this does if it's put on the right person. I think it's going to be pretty comp dependent. There's going to be certain certain specs that can utilize the weapon to get more and more procs, whereas I'm sure you can imagine like a destruction warlock, something with like long slow casts, probably won't proc it as often as something like a warrior or a windwalker, or I guess an arcane mage, those quicker procs. So this thing absolutely cranks damage. As far as the shields go, you're going to get more value in the higher keys when you can really control who gets that shield and put it on people that say get like a dot, like a heavy ticking dot. And you can pair it with something like Sacrifice, Blessing of Sacrifice, to keep you and that person ticking, and that shield is going to battle that tick, or something like when you see someone's about to get a big slam, the shield's going to get more value. But in terms of our healing, our overall healing, I guess I need to swap it to overall healing. Okay, so our shield was actually our top source. Okay, so this hero talent tree, not only was it was actually very fun to play. I thought it wasn't going to be as fun as laser beams, but I think laser beams is a little clunky. And this just feels right. And seeing those machine gun procs, there's absolutely nothing more satisfying than all those yellow numbers. But Holy Bulwark seems very powerful, and like it's going to have very strong uses. And then, dude, the Sacred Weapon is just insane. Just insane. What do you guys think? And more importantly, what hero talent tree do you want to see me test next? I did a poll last time thinking that you guys were going to vote for Druid, because I still haven't shown off Druid, but you guys voted for Lightsmith, Holy Paladin, and now I see why. It is insane. Guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and for all the support on this channel. And speaking of supporting this channel, make sure that you guys like this video if you like it and want to see more showcases like this in the near future. And make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss those and any future War Within content, because I am here for the long haul and I want you guys to see my videos, and I want you guys to like them, and I want to make the videos the content that you like, so your feedback is very valuable. Also, huge shout out to the patrons of this channel. They are the reason why I'm able to operate such a small channel and do this full time. So huge shout out to them. Thank you so much if your name is on the screen. And check out that Patreon link down in the description below if you want to support the channel alongside them. But guys, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. And wow, Sacred Weapon packs a punch.